welcome to my second video on my YouTube channel. It's your boy John Lee, otherwise known as JLFX here, bringing you guys the source that helped me become a profitable trader. In today's video, we're going to discuss how I started out in the industry and what did I change in my trading from turning from an unprofitable trader to a profitable trader. This video series shouldn't be deemed as financial advice. It's just me, a normal day trader, sharing my experience and what I did to change my game for me, um, and just share my knowledge on what you can start doing today to hopefully push you in the right direction. This channel is going to be based off my journey as a trader and be a video series or documentary that I can look back on and think this is where I started. Okay, so to give you guys a background of me as a trader, my alias is JLFX, but my real name is Sean Lee Besaidnout, and I've been trading for about 4 years now. 2 years I was working and trading, and I'm 2 years full time in my trading journey. And yeah, just gonna show you guys or show you guys today what I stuck to then build a portfolio to get me out of that 9 to 5 and then pursue my passion full time. So, how did I start? I started through friends. We were at the Braai, and I've always, like I said, I've been trading as a hobby and stuff like that. And there was a stage in my journey when I was starting out when I started seeing consistency. And once I started seeing consistency, my friends told me, but why don't you just create a Discord where we can learn from you? And that's how I started. I have a very small community of just friends. We are just friends trading together. I'm not a guy that goes after numbers and needs a business to be trading because I make my money out of my portfolio and the markets. I don't need clients to fund my lifestyle or anything. I don't have a vigorous lifestyle that needs to be funded. So for me, I don't need a lot of people. For me, people is just noise. And that what I can help for free, I will always do. And this is why this channel was born. But in any case, for me, um, I stuck by helping friends and they started seeing the results, and then word of mouth traveled. So I have about 25 friends of mine that are studying through me currently and building their portfolios the same way I did. And yeah, basically, what I do is I have educational streams for them every day, and I share my strategy with detailed analysis to help them get better as traders. And the one thing as a mentor that I realize, it's one thing to give guys information and say just go with it, um, then actually show them how to do it live. And I feel any mentor that you have currently should be able to trade live in front of you and implement what he teaches you live. Because there's a difference in just giving information overload and just filling the need of your students and actually teaching them and showing them how to physically trade, because it's two different things to physically trade and or a few videos. So for me, the streams are there to help my friends hone their entry skills and see how I perceive the market, and then try and do the same or replicate the same. So yeah, that is the whole goal about streaming and why I stream. And the reason why I don't stream to YouTube is because I don't need the noise. I don't need the noise in the sense of I don't want to attract more people. I'm pretty happy with my current community and my friends that I'm helping. It's my friends that's always been there for me. And like I say, we have a very good social community going and we have good values in our community. So for me, I don't want to jeopardize that by bringing or attracting too much noise, and just helping my friends and grow together with them on a daily basis. Um, so, yes, let's talk about a few things that I changed in my trading, my physical trading, that brought me from being unprofitable to profitable. Okay, so the first thing, I call it the triple one rule. Remember, guys, I'm a self taught trader. I had a mentor, but he gave me 2 Zoom sessions and ran away with my money. So, he's not really a mentor, would never be part of my journey, because half of the things that I use today, he's claimed never worked. So I know how it feels. and this is by just scrolling through YouTube. But I stick to three the triple one rule. I call it the triple one rule, okay? And that triple one rule is called one strategy or entry model. Entry model and a strategy is the same thing, because an entry model you need to follow consistently, because if you change your entry model the whole time, you are looking for different opportunities the whole time. So you actually just want to stick to one entry model so that you train your eyes to look for the same thing repeatedly. Okay, so one strategy, one entry model, one session. Okay, so pick a session that you do best on, go through your logs on your trading and see what sessions you're the most profitable in. This is completely self choice. You know, if you prefer New York, London, whatever your boat, but you should go on what your statistics say. Go back to those losses that you take. It's going to be uncomfortable, but go back to see what session you were the most profitable in. To become a profitable trader, you need to have accountability as well. That's a good value you need. You need to look at the uncomfortable and not sweep it under the rug. Go and look back at your mistakes and go and review them. What session were you trading and all those things. Okay, and then one pair. Okay, so I stick to one pair. So for me, my session was London. There's just enough volume for me. No news. I don't like trading news, so there's volume in London Open that I use to my advantage. And the pair that I use is gold. I only stick to one pair, and then also you can add one trade a day. I don't take more than one trade a day. I'm a one and done person, because this gives me time to reflect on my trade. Okay, if it was a win, then I'm done for the day. I beat the market. What am I doing in the markets? Okay, if I take a loss, it gives me time to reflect and review that loss after I traded and come back with a new fresh mindset the next day. Adjusting this, you can see it's actually 4 1s, not triple ones. But if you look at this and you stay consistent towards this, you stick to your one session, your one entry model, and your one pair and one trade, you can see that is a consistent flow of rules on its own, without even looking at your strategy and confluences when you build your strategy. And later on in this video series, I'm gonna teach you guys how to build your own strategy. And the thing about trading is, there is no golden way of trading. If there was such thing, then everybody would be millionaires by now. Okay, and the thing about trading is it's self-discovery. Okay, it's a self-discovery phase where you need to find elements that you understand, combine it into a solid plan, write it down, and follow that religiously. Okay, for me, my two strongest confluences, besides my normal rules that I have here on the screen, is my RSI and my EMAs. Okay, so the RSI helps me to show the relationships between buyers and sellers, and EMA shows me where the momentum is lying and where possible support and resistance levels are going to be. Okay, so I'm basically a support and resistance trader, a breakout trader, or reversal, whatever, but it's all based off support and resistance, and using other elements like the RSI to show me if I'm on the right side of the market and for my bias. I will make detailed videos on these indicators on my channel to let you guys, to explain to you guys how these indicators work. But for today, this is just an intro onto what I use as a trader. So I implemented two confluences, nothing too crazy, and I stick to support and resistance levels. And through that, I could formulate a strategy that works for me. The thing is, the less noise you have as a trader, the better for you. You shouldn't jump through 20 hoops to make a decision, because you're just going to confuse yourself and ultimately possibly have analysis paralysis. And that is when you don't know when to buy or sell, or you don't know if you're looking at the chart the correct way, and you don't know where you are. So all these things, if you understand them as an individual component, can make you a better trader automatically if you just focus on the basics. Okay, and stick to it. Okay, then let's talk about my portfolio. So how did I leverage myself outside of earning enough to then ultimately leave my job. And to be honest with you, if you can consistently, with a period of 6 months to a year, you can consistently beat your salary or even make your salary alone, you should consider um, taking it more seriously and being more proactive on your trades, okay, and trading, okay. And the one thing that you should be building is always, even though you are anti-prop firm portfolios, you should trade prop firms still, because if you have the skill set, you can leverage your skill set by getting payouts from these firms and putting it into your personal brokerage account, okay, and then leveraging that money, okay. For me, any professional trader needs to trade prop firms with their personal capital, because if they pay out and you're aligned with the right prop firms, which I'm going to get into this video series still, and they pay out, use them as a tool to build personal capital. At the end of the day, a prop firm shouldn't be your end goal or all thing, because you're placing your destiny in someone else's hands. But if you can leverage that money and put it into your personal account, then the power is in your hands. So for me, I've been leveraging prop firms, only trading prop firms, and building personal capital. I have a personal brokerage account which I don't even touch. It's like a piggy bank. I just dash my money into there until the day the prop firm decides I'm walking away from you. Then I have my personal capital to fall back on and rebuild again. So in this video series, I'll show you in detail how I build my prop firm portfolios and what I do and what tools I use. I also use Traders Connect to copy trade across my portfolios, and I don't trade my whole portfolio at once. I break it into sections and trade a certain portfolio a specific time, and all those details on how I do it and manage my accounts, I will enlighten you guys in this video series to help you guys maybe get clarity on how prop firms work and how you can use it to your advantage like I do. Okay. So yeah, guys, I'm not the wealthiest person. I don't come from a wealthy family or anything like that. So for me, prop firms was essential to get me over that line. And since I started taking prop firms seriously, things started changing for me. Okay. And what a prop firm does effectively is equal the trading ground between the big guy and the small guy. Okay. And that's what I love about it. I mean, return on investment wise, if you know what you're doing, you're not going to get a better ROI than your own personal trading, in my opinion, because you determine that with risk management and all that stuff. So, yeah, for me, in this video series, I want to enlighten you guys on the basics that I do besides just trading to get me there, because I feel there isn't enough channels on YouTube chatting about these things, like what is the process, how do you set up your trading business, what's taxation on your profits look like, how do you build your portfolio, how do you manage it, and those things are actually the most important skill sets. Trading and coming to the markets is one thing, but learning how to operate effectively and make your money work for you is two different things on its own. And most people, you must first get the skill set right. Don't get me wrong, that's the first tool, because the skill set is what's going to pay you at the end of the day. But if you are just going to focus on that, once you get the money, you must be educated enough to know what to do when you get there. And that's the one thing I feel YouTube lacks, is actually sharing this information, because there's no reason to gatekeep it at all. And you can talk about these things without showing anything if you don't want to show your stuff. I know people are different with privacy, but you can at least talk about it and help them do the same as you. That's how I feel about everything. But yeah, guys, this was basically an intro video of the basic things that I did correctly to start getting myself out of the rat race and seeing consistent gains, is with this one approach that I have here on my screen. If you focus on this, you will automatically get better overnight, by focusing on that. And the only ways you find these pairs that work for you and stuff and sessions is by going through your data and analyzing what works best for you. Stick to that market that works for you, that you're the best on. If it's not your favorite, but you're the best on it, just trade it. It's not about enjoying, it's going where the money flows. And you have to start focusing on not what you feel like, but what works effectively, and then just go with that. For me, I found gold was I traded NAS 100, then US 30, then gold, then currencies, then this, and it all came back to gold. Gold was too fast for me at a stage, like the movements and stuff. It made me freak out a bit when I was in trades. It made me stress a bit. But when I started just digging into my data, and I decided that's a fear that I need to overcome. And how do I overcome that? By having a set plan that I come to the market and trust my statistics to get me over the line. But I hope you guys enjoyed this intro video. In my next video, we can discuss a bit more about prop firms and what products I use and stuff like that. But thanks for guys for tuning in to my second video on my YouTube channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.